He did not sleep for 2 days, and on the second night he did the thing that he does, which is the only reason any of these people are alive. He got a pencil out. He measured one cell, 11 centimeters by 7. He counted a course across a 2-meter span, 28. He counted courses up as far as the torch would carry, which was about 4 meters, and got 56, and then he walked the length of the gallery with a chalk mark every 100 paces, and got to 11 marks before it turned a corner.
28 across 2 meters, 56 up 4, so that's 14 per meter across, 14 per meter up. Call the wall 9 meters high, that's 126 courses, times 14 per meter, times, how long is it? It's not 9 meters high, is it?
It was not 9 meters high. He had assumed 9 meters because the torch reached 4, and he had rounded up out of hope. He walked back to the doorway and turned the torch off and let his eyes go, and lay flat on his back on the floor of the gallery for 20 minutes. And when they had gone properly, he could see the very faint marks on the cells, all of them going up. It was 60 meters high.
Okay. So he wasn't exaggerating.
He took the ledger back down and did what he should have done in the first place, which is stop reading it as a story and start reading it as data. He ruled 4 columns on the back of an Ordnance Survey map and went through 231 pages with a tally. It took him 9 hours, and he did it twice.
W, whole, 791. P, part, 4,100 and something. He stopped writing the subtotals about 91. I'll have to estimate. F, a piece of somebody. Thousands, tens of thousands. And crossed out. Everything else.
And then he sat back in a kitchen chair at 4 in the morning and worked out what the book actually was. And it is the moment the whole season turns on, so we are going to take it slowly. The 4th column is what he found, which means he looked, which means that for every single one of those lines, for every name, for every crossing out, for every ruled pencil line drawn with a straight edge, because he would not do it freehand, Domhnall Mackay woke somebody up.
No. Oh, no.
231 pages, 41 lines to a page. 9,471 people. He woke 9,500 people, one at a time, over 41 years, to find out whether there was anybody in there. And in nearly 9,000 cases there was not, and he ruled a line through the name, and went home, and sat in the chair, and did not want the wireless on.
You were opening coffins. You spent your whole life opening coffins to see if anyone was in them.
He went back up that night and stood in front of the wall with the book.
The ones that aren't crossed out. The 791. He found them. He found them whole, and he wrote W, and then he put them back. Why did you put them back?
I know.
That's not an answer. That's you not having a...
I know.
And he stopped, because he understood that the city was not failing to answer him. It was quoting. It was giving him the thing the old man used to say, standing in this exact spot, to this exact wall, on the nights when he came down and did not want the wireless on.
I know.
It was Isla who found the other thing, and she found it because she was not looking for anything, which is how these things go. She picked the ledger up off the table to move it so she could put a plate down, and she held it the wrong way round, and she said, "There's writing on the edges." There was. Along the foredge of the block, when the pages were pressed together, there were marks, tiny ones, in the margin of each page, in the outermost 3 millimeters where the ruled columns ended. Numbers, 2 or 3 digits, one on nearly every line that had a W.
What are they?
He went through 11 of them before he saw it, and when he saw it, he put the book down and went outside and stood in the yard in the rain for a while. They were ages. Every person he found whole, he had gone back and written down how old they were. And in the 406th entry, on a page dated 1998, next to a name he had spelled 3 different ways in 3 different places and never got right, a 9.
She's 9. There's a 9-year-old in that wall, and he found her in 1998 and he put her back. Why would you... You found a child, and you...
And the city said the only thing it had.
I know.
He put a chair in that gallery. He carried it up the hill on his back, a kitchen chair with a cracked seat, because he had worked out that he was going to be down there a lot, and the floor was cold, and he sat in front of 60 meters of wall, with a dead man's notebook on his knees, and the dog asleep against his foot, and he read the 406th entry again.
Right. Well, I'm not putting you back.
And the city, which had spent 41 years being told what an old man could not bring himself to do, went completely silent. It stayed silent for 11 days, and when it finally spoke again, it said something Domhnall Mackay had only ever said once, on a hillside, out loud, to nobody, in 1998.
You'll not have the power, son.